Welcome to another sunny day here in Toronto, Canada's biggest city. And in today's video, I thought I would spend a day walking around downtown here, the centre of the city. And to make things a bit more interesting, I thought for every meal I have today, I'll get a recommendation from a local. I've had a lot of junk food so far on this trip, so I'm hoping I get some really good, healthy suggestions. I thought I'd start my day off by coming here to the Toronto sign, one of the most iconic landmarks within the whole city. Just behind the sign we have the City Hall, and to the right of us we also have the Old City Hall, which is this old building just in front of me, which dates right back to the British colonial times. The time is currently 1 o'clock and I'm starving, so now would be a great time to go and grab some lunch. I feel like the square I'm on is very touristy, and therefore I might not be able to find someone to give me a good recommendation, so I'm going to try and walk elsewhere, and hopefully I'll run into someone who can give me a good lunch recommendation and something healthy too. Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, of course.
I'm assuming you live locally?
I don't know. I just got here like a month ago.
Okay, based on being here, do you have any good lunch recommendation spots nearby?
What kind of lunch are you thinking?
Something healthy. I feel
Something healthy?
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of junk food options.
Dude, the problem is because I came a month ago, I've been only getting stuff like
Fast food.
not even that. Maybe I'll get Subway or something
Yeah.
like that. Like chain brands. I feel like because you're on vacation, maybe you should try something more local or something. I don't know.
Okay, no worries. Well, thank you for helping. So that really didn't go to plan. I think what I might do instead is just go and find a local cafe, go inside and speak to one of the workers and get their recommendation for something off their menu. Right, I was doing some research and apparently there's a cafe called Eggspectation, which is literally a 2-minute walk away. I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume that their speciality is eggs. Having also looked at some of the reviews online, it seems like a really good brunch spot, which is exactly what I need, and it seems very healthy too. Hi there. Bit of a random question. I'm on holiday here, and I want to try things that are like recommendations of yourself. So, what is your favorite thing on this menu?
Okay, this place,
Yeah.
especially we are very popular for the Benedict. Do you like the salmon, smoked salmon?
Yes, that was.
Salmon also popular here.
Yep.
Vegetarian people love to eat the avocado beni. And the cheese is kind of similar, just to each you have to, different is the meat. So
What do you prefer, personally?
what kind of meat would you like? That's I would recommend salmon.
Yeah,
because I love salmon.
Okay, yeah, let's go with salmon then.
That's smoked salmon.
Yeah,
Okay.
can I get smoked salmon, please? And can I
Yeah,
also?
that comes with a berry.
Perfect. Yes. Can I get some water as well, please?
Just the water. And
Yeah,
that's it for you.
that's all for me. Thank you so much. My food has arrived and it looks absolutely spectacular. Let me show you. So we have the salmon and eggs Benedict over here, and then some fresh fruit over there. Exactly the kind of food I was after. And now it's time for the all-important taste test. I'm hoping the food tastes as good as it looks. That's actually really good. The salmon is a little bit too warm for my liking. I usually prefer it when it's colder, but other than that, it's perfect. The food came to a total cost of $28, which, if you convert it back into pounds, is about 16 or 17 pounds. And considering that restaurant is in the middle of downtown Toronto, right in the heart of the financial district, I thought that was very reasonable. Now that I've spent about a week and a half in the city, I feel like I'm in a good place to give my thoughts on Toronto. The people here are lovely. They're some of the most friendliest people I've come across in my whole life. I guess the stereotype of Canadians being friendly is completely true. I also feel like the general population and sort of the vibe of the whole city is very chill. Whenever you're in London or any other major European city, it feels very chaotic. It feels like everyone's in a rush all over the place. But here, people are much more laid back, more chill, and yeah, it seems like a much sort of calmer place to live. Now on to the negatives, and there's one major negative for me about Toronto, and that's the public transport system. Within downtown it's not so bad, but as soon as you get outside of downtown, it's so bad. It's basically impossible to get anywhere on public transport, and you kind of need a car, which I feel like goes for most North American cities. And I get it, North America is such a vast place. cities typically cover a much bigger area than they do in Europe, and so it's much harder to build an efficient transport system. But it just makes it so much difficult to travel, especially when you're a tourist like me and you don't have a rental car. You're sort of having to rely on public transport and Ubers, and I've racked up quite a bit on Ubers. So my recommendation to you guys is, if you are a tourist and you're visiting Toronto, and especially if you have any aspirations to visit sort of the outskirts of Toronto and sort of the surrounding area, definitely hire a car. It's virtually impossible to get around without one. So I thought I'd walk around downtown a bit to burn off some of the calories from lunch. And in particular, I thought I'd walk towards the CN Tower, which is probably the most iconic landmark within the whole of Canada and within most of North America. In front of me we have the Rogers Centre, home of Toronto Blue Jays, Toronto's MLB team, and this is actually where I was the other day to experience my first ever Major League Baseball game. Make sure you watch the video if you haven't already, it was a blast. And right next to the Rogers Centre we have the world famous CN Tower, which if I stretch my camera a little bit, hopefully I can get the whole thing in frame. As I stated, CN Tower is probably the most iconic landmark in the whole of Canada. It stands at a height of 550 metres, I think, and you can go all the way up to the top to visit an observation deck, which gives you amazing views of the whole of Toronto as well as the surrounding area. So I think the prices currently to go up to the top is 47 Canadian dollars, which is a bit steep. It's about £30 when you take into account taxes. I feel like it's one of those things you have to do once to just sort of tick it off your bucket list. But once you've done it once, you probably won't want to do it again. Right next to CN Tower, we have Ripley's Aquarium of Canada, which, as you can guess by the name, is a massive aquarium. I did visit here once, about 10 years ago, and for what I remember, it was very decent and very good value for money. The time is currently 4:30, which means it's a good time to grab a snack. I'm quite close to the harbour front here in Toronto, which is right by Lake Ontario, and there's a few dessert shops and ice cream parlours down there. So I'm going to go up to one of those shops and ask one of the vendors what their favourite ice cream / dessert is and try that. Here we are at the harbour front. It looks absolutely gorgeous, especially in this sunny weather. And then in the distance over there we have the Toronto Islands, which I think there are 3 of. You can visit it by getting one of these boats here. It's a perfect thing for like a day trip. Actually, I'm going to change my mind. It's quite hot right now. It's about mid-20s. So rather than getting some food, I'm going to get a nice cold drink instead. Hello. Do you have any recommendations?
I pretty much understand like 2 drinks is the lemonade. Well, ginger lemonade or mango smoothie?
Which one do you prefer?
The mango out of the mango smoothie.
Can I have that one, please, then?
Which size for it? We have a small size and a big size.
Can I get a small size, please?
Small size?
Yes, thank you. And if you don't mind me asking, are you from Toronto?
Sorry?
Are you from Toronto?
No.
Do you live locally?
Around here?
Do you have like a favourite dinner spot you go to?
Not really.
No, okay, no worries. Time to see how good this mango lemonade actually is. That's actually very good, very sweet. I feel like the mango completely overpowers the lemonade. I can't really taste the lemonade at all. I guess you really wouldn't have expected mango and lemonade to go together in the flavour. They're both sort of kind of the opposite. Mango is known for being very sweet and lemonade is known for being a bit more on the sour side, but yeah, I can't really taste the lemonade at all. I can't lie, it is a bit pricey. It was $10, which is what, £5-6, but in this heat, this is very needed. Right, I finished my drink and I've spent about an hour here by the beautiful harbour front. It's time to get myself a dinner recommendation.
In Pioneer School?
Hi there.
Yeah.
Are you guys local?
Sorry?
Are you guys relatively local to here?
Yeah, I live not too far.
Okay. Do you have like any good dinner recommendations?
Dinner. How far do you want to...
As far, I mean, I'm on holiday, so
You're on
I'm
holiday.
open to options.
So, I know that Three Brewers, have you ever heard of Three Brewers?
No, well,
So-
yeah. Is that local to here?
It's not local to here, but I know it's good.
And what kind of food do they do?
Hub food, and I think they have some like German influence
Okay.
and French too because it's from a
Okay.
French.
Do you have like a favorite dish from there?
I don't have a favorite dish. I'm very bad when it comes to picking dishes because my favorite food is chicken wings and beer.
That's fair enough. Fair enough.
So
You can't
whenever I
complain with
go,
that. Yeah.
I always get like
Yeah.
even when I'm in Europe,
Yeah.
I'm like, man, they don't have any wings and beer.
Really?
But
In Europe?
Wings.
I feel like
wings.
it's everywhere in Europe.
But they have beer, but they don't have.
Okay.
Yeah. Where are you from?
London.
Oh, okay.
Or UK, London.
UK. I've been. It's been probably over almost 10 years now since I've been
Oh,
to
wow.
London.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Have you checked our Ripley's? I'm sure.
Yeah, I've done.
Yeah.
I've done most of the tourist stuff, but
Okay.
I wanted to check out. But thank you so much.
No problem.
Enjoy your day.
All
Thank
right.
you. Take care. That man was super helpful. Looks like we're going to Three Brewers for dinner. I had a look online, and it seems like it's either a half an hour walk away or 25 minutes by public transport. So I may as well walk it. I also want to apologise a bit as well for not showing the conversation properly. I'm always a bit conscious of filming people's faces unless they're happy to be on camera. And so yeah, that's why I've only recorded audio for all the conversations I've had today. Hopefully that's come across well on camera. So for those of you that are a fan of Suits, you'll know that the whole series is set in New York, but what you might not know is that it was actually filmed here in Toronto. And here's the building they used for the exterior shots. In fact, you might recognise the foyer from some of the scenes in the series with Harvey Specter and Mike Ross. After about half an hour of walking, we have finally made it to Three Brewers. I can't wait to get inside and try the food. Conveniently, the restaurant is actually located next to Yonge and Dundas Square, which you can see with the billboards in the distance over there. Yonge and Dundas Square is sort of Toronto's version of Times Square, but it's a lot smaller in scale. Hi there, can I get a table for one, please?
For four?
One.
Yeah, you want to sit at the bar maybe? There's a bit of a wait time for a table.
Yeah. No, not too bad. What do you recommend in terms of food here?
I'm going to show you a menu. One
What?
of my personal recommendations. It's one of our traditional dishes. It's the flamme kush. The carnivore is my favorite,
Okay,
but there's plenty of different topping options.
perfect. Okay,
I'll give you a second to browse over that, okay?
thank you. Hi there. So, as per your recommendation, can I get the carnivore?
Or flamme,
Yeah, the tarty flam though.
the tarty flamme.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the small one here.
That's fine. And can I get some water as well, please? That's all good. Thank you. Just finished having dinner. As you could probably see, it was very loud and busy in there. I guess being a Friday night, I shouldn't have expected anything different. But yeah, the food was okay. The pizza I got, well, I say pizza, it was more of like a mini pizza. It was okay. It was a bit dry. Nothing special, sort of solid 6 out of 10. Maybe if I got the chicken or like the burger, it might have been a lot better, but as you know, the whole idea of today's video was that the locals here in Toronto guide me on what to eat. The time is now 7:45. I don't really have much more room in me to eat any more food, so I'm going to end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and also my idea of getting the locals to guide me on where I ate today. I'm in Canada for another 4 or 5 days, but this will probably be the last video I film here. I hope you guys have enjoyed these series of videos from Canada. If you have liked these videos, make sure you subscribe, like, do all that good stuff. The next time you see me, I'll probably be back in Europe. So I hope you guys are doing well, stay safe, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.